Hey guys, Jim Boat, welcome back on the boat. Yes, I am at home right now. I didn't remember to start a hello video because I didn't know where I was going to cut off the last video. So anyway, welcome back on the boat. This next video is going to be kind of a long one because finally I got all of the upgrades done on the boat that I've been putting off for 2 years. And I'm really happy about the way it turned out, and you'll see that on here during the videos. The video is going to start Monday morning, Memorial Day weekend. There's nobody there. I'm in my little cove, and the only ones there are some coyotes that are right outside the boat yipping and yapping. Very cool. It's very hard to see because, of course, they blend right in with the land, but you'll hear them anyway. And then there'll be a scene of where I'm barbecuing, having a good time, doing what you should be doing on a holiday weekend. At that time, there are a lot of people out on the lake. It's probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's a lot of people out on the lake. And then we have a monsoon show up. It's about 10 or 20 miles north of the lake. And we get a lot of wind. It blew people off of the lake, and they all went to the marinas and the harbors trying to get out of the wind. I guess I had a friend there, and they told me that it was really interesting to watch people trying to get their boat out when the winds were really kicking up. The winds were so bad, it really taught me that I have no idea how to moor a boat. Someday I might get into it, but basically what happened is I did not fasten the bow of the boat, and when the wind hit it, it sent the boat sideways, and you'll see that in the video where the line is going down the side of the boat instead of off to the side to hold the aft end of the boat. I learned that lesson. The other part is I didn't pull the boat up on the shore because I didn't want to scuff the bottom of the boat, and which would have been fine had I put an anchor or something on the bow to keep the bow from doing this, and that's what happened. The wind came, hit me this way, it blew the boat sideways like this, and then the tie-off line was coming down the side of the boat. It was very nerve-wracking, but I really realized I really need to step up the game, and I have since gotten some better line to hold the boat, and everything is fine. I'm going to show you how I load the boat back up on the trailer, and I'm going to show you all of the upgrades that I've done on the boat. I really am happy with all the upgrades turned out. It is really, really nice now. Anyway, let's start the video. Coyotes. They were right outside my boat last night. Yeah, it was really kind of cool. I wasn't thinking they were going to come up to the boat, but you know, when it's pitch dark out here and you hear that right outside your boat, it's a little disconcerting. Yeehaw! Woo! The baby's on low. Here we go. And 3 hot dogs. Happy Memorial Day, you guys. I know it's real windy. I'm sorry about that, but I'm gonna hang on a second. Okay, sorry about that. I know the wind is bad. GoPro has terrible microphones, so I'm trying to do this without getting into the wind here, because as of right now, that's all I have to do videos with. We had a little monsoon here. It's the first time I've been on one in the boat. In my little cove, and fortunately, it's a good little cove, but the wind's coming up from behind. It's so far on the radio, it's gotten up to 32 mile an hour coming in from the back, so I had to put out another line. My anchor is holding really well, and it's hitting me from the side of the boat, so my boat's acting like a parachute. But my roping wasn't that good. My anchoring tie out wasn't really good. The boat's doing just fine. I'm not doing so well, but I think the wind is thinking about slowing the heck down. I called my wife in town. She goes, "It's not even breezy here. It's all out here." Anyway, it's good. When I was videoing the barbecue, this wind just came in from behind, came into the boat. I mean, literally, it was the weirdest thing. Came through the boat because I have all the windows open. It blew my laptop right off of the counter. It blew it right off of that. I mean, it just went flying. My monitors. So I'm holding this thing freehand because it broke it right off the handle, and sent the GoPro, fortunately, to the bank because I don't have the door on this thing. So if it would have gone into the water, it would have ruined it, but it just broke the mount off of this. It's all replaceable. And my laptop seems to be okay. It broke the display port on it. Let me show you what that is. Sweet tea to calm my nerves here. But here's the display port. It broke it off inside the laptop, so I'm not sure the display port will work anymore. But I don't know actually what shows up here. There's a cable for it. I've never actually seen it, so that's kind of interesting. There's the display port right here. I might be able to use the HDMI, but my poor little laptop, it seems to be okay. It went flying. I mean, it really went kaboom. Anyway, so it's starting to get dark here. Everything seems to be fine. I got tied off here. That was my first monsoon in this houseboat. And the thing with houseboats is, most houseboat owners tell you, they're giant parachutes. So when the wind hits it, it magnifies it because it just wants to blow it sideways. And that's where the wind is coming from, is sideways. So I was spending about an hour out there with a second rope, just me and this rope holding the boat against the wind. And finally, I did something different. I ran another line, staked it in. So I think it's good. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to replace some of the ropes that I have because they're only 1/4 inch, and I think I need probably 1/2 inch cotton or something because there was a lot of pressure. It was on my anchor rope, and the anchor rope I did what's Spector for this boat, and it's cotton. I guess it's cotton, not nylon, so it stretches really well. That anchor's doing fine. It's holding it. Like I said, the boat is doing just fine. It's riding it out just fine. I'm just stressing out, but what are you gonna do, right? It's no big deal. I'll drink my sweet tea and chill out. Okay, let's go on and see what's after this video here.
Good morning, y'all. It is Tuesday after Memorial Day. Last night was quite interesting. I think I showed you some videos. The highest at the weather station here at Lake Pleasant, they recorded 47 mile an hour gust of wind. I think I'll put a screenshot right here because it was pretty amazing. The boat did absolutely fine. I made it through it. It was interesting. So right now, it's absolutely beautiful. But I have to go back to the concrete jungle, go back into town. We got things to do. I spent a week and a day out here, and it's well, anyway, you know, it was wonderful. So it's about, I think I said it's 5:30 or so, so I'm going to brush my stuff and head on back. Look how beautiful this is. Absolutely beautiful. Even the fish think so. They're jumping for joy. The water is so clear. I'm so close to the shore. I guess this is what we call a travel day in the RV world too. When I'm out RVing, it's not something you look forward to, but it's something that you have to do, and it's usually the whole day because it takes a while to set up and stuff. And travel day on the water, I think, would be a lot easier, except traveling at home. That's not so much fun because you got to drive through the city and stuff like that with your vehicle. But it's very nice. It's been a wonderful week. Really exciting week. A lot of people had a good time out here, and it'll be nice. So I'm going to get some work done on the boat. I think the first thing I'm going to do, and it is kind of funny because I have to get my fix of the water. So now I'm okay for a couple of weeks out of the water, so to speak. So now I can take the boat home and immediately start working on it. One thing I want to do, I keep saying I'm going to do this, but then I come back out to the lake, is I think I'm going to get rid of this. Haven't I said this before? Yeah, get rid of this. This is mounted where the old generator used to go, and redo the whole floor, because I want to get rid of that, obviously, but I'm going to get rid of this, fix the pole here, because the pole's got to go all the way to the bottom. But there's a recoating company down the street that can recoat this whole deck, and I think that's going to be really cool. It's non-slip, no painting, anything. So I think that's going to be cool. So I think I'll take all this stuff up, I believe, and then they can just coat the whole thing, because as you can see right here, it's not part of the boat, it's actually part of the deck. So once I pull all this up, it'll be totally bare, and we'll get this thing perfect, absolutely perfect. All right, I got to get the boat put away here so I can get it onto the trailer. Looks like I've lived on this thing for a week. Well, basically, when I unload the boat, I just back it down the rope. I back it down the ramp until I get to about here, and then I take the ropes from the pontoon boat, I bring it across here, and I actually tie them off with the boat still on the trailer. Then I put it in reverse, and again, I'm single-handed. This is how it's done for me. It works really well. Then I just basically bring the boat down the ramp, hit the brakes, and it slides off. But wait, there's more. It works perfectly because as the boat is sliding off, it's already tied up on the boat dock. So all I do is I slide it out, I pull the truck up to about here, I climb out. The boat might be drifting out here somewhere, not too far hopefully, and then I just grab the boat, pull it in, tie it off, put it right here, and then I take the trailer up. In this process, I kind of do the same. I come on the inside shore, that way I still have room here and I don't block this side. When this baby gets on the tie-up side where the boats come in, people are not happy. Besides, I prefer it over here. So I put it over here, I run the ropes across here, and then I bring the trailer down, and I'll back the truck up all the way into the water, and then I'll just basically push the boat onto the trailer. It works really well. I normally do not drive it on the trailer for a couple of reasons. One, it's such a long boat that it just angles the boat like this and it puts the motor underwater, and I don't obviously much care for that. If there was two people and I didn't have to back the truck up so much, then I could just push it right up on the trailer, but since I don't, I can't. If I push it up on the trailer, I don't know why I quit, but anyway, it would slide back in the trailer. So basically I float the trailer, I float the boat, and I winch it up to where I need to go, and then I pull it out. Anyway, let's try that, see if it works. And you'll notice on every vehicle and every boat, the driver has to figure out how far you back the boat up, how far you back the truck up, so that your boat doesn't have to work so much. You don't have to work so much to get it on. In my case, because the angle of the ramp, I put the water right below the hub, right below the hub there. And then I'm good to just float it right on. So let's do that. If you look at the trailer, it has these runners on it. Normally, if you can get one skid on one runner, you're good to go. And that's what I have here. I basically just back the trailer under the boat. All I have to do is come forward and it's all good to go. So I'll just float it onto the trailer. Once the boat is secured, always use your parking brake. Once the boat is secured, I do have four-wheel drive. I put it in four-wheel drive just because you slowly pull out of the water. Now what I end up doing, but again, I put it in four-wheel drive and I idle out of here. And it's really no big deal. I'll get up here to the top of the ramp. I'll do a quick walk around in case I got to put it back in the water. But really, with those runners on there, it lines it up perfectly every time, so you really don't have to worry about it. Just make sure that your ratchet is locked so it doesn't slide off your trailer. Been there, done that. No, it didn't slide off the trailer, but somebody noticed that I did not lock it, and that would be a YouTube viral video where you're going up the ramp, you know, and the boat slides right off down the ramp. As long as I'm not on it, I'm good. All right, so we're at the top of the boat ramp here, and I am going to stop real quickly. There's nobody else here, and I'm going to go do a quick walk around. Let's go take a look. I'm also going to take it out of four-wheel drive. Looks good. It is off a little bit. You can see it's on the runners here and not on the runners there. It's off to the left. Who cares? Doesn't bother anything. Everything looks good. You come back here, everything looks good. All right, let's get off the ramp. One thing with this trailer is because of those bumpers, as you go down the highway, it will actually center it. It's pretty cool, but the boat doesn't really weigh that way. It's 10,000 pounds boat and trailer, it's no big deal. The main thing is you just want to make sure it's strapped down to the trailer so it can't slide off or, you know, just fill in the blanks. So, oh, my seatbelt's not on. OMG. All right, let's go get up to the top. So we're at the top of the boat ramp. This is Lake Pleasant Marina. They have RV spots right up on top of the ramp. And we have a Air Force base fairly close to. So hang on a second. Secure it, there's not a lot to it. There's two straps right here that hook on the back of the motor mount. You can see the runners over here, which keeps the boat left and right. And you just lock these in here. The front is already done. Now the hard part is getting the boat ready to go down the road. You're pretty much ready to do it. Turn off the battery, turn off the gas, fasten everything down for 60 miles an hour, and then I head home. All right, I will talk to you at home. Well, we're here right now. We're getting this whole front deck done and the back deck. We're at a cool little place here in Phoenix. What we're gonna do, I bought the boat like this with this crack in it. I fixed it a couple of times. No good, no good. That used to be the generator, so we're gonna pull this out. They're going to weld another pipe onto here because this is actually a support beam like that one. So they're gonna pull this out, put stands here, support the roof, and then weld another beam on here and then fasten it to the new floor. So all this is going to be all done here. I'm really looking forward to this. Really looking forward to this. Let's go to the back and see what it looks like. I wasn't going to get the back done, which is silly. Make the boat look the same, right? I mean, it'd be like me doing half of this, right? Get this done and this part not. So I'm going to get this part done. Thank you for that recommendation. And it's going to look really nice. I got to get the propane out here, get the paddles out of here so they can do the fabric really nicely. Got a 12-volt battery. Got to pull that out of here too. And it's going to look really sharp, really sharp. Looking forward to it. There'll be a non-slip also. We get this baby pulled right in there as tight as we can before we knock his building down. We don't want to do that. All right, let's go forward. We're at the first thing in the morning. These guys are already rocking it. Got everything put off. And waiting for the fiberglass to dry. Looks pretty good. Looks like it's being worked on. They are almost done with it. They're putting the support beam, putting another one over here to help hold up the roof to match this one over here. So it's very good. Oh, it looks nice. Looks very good. I had an inspection done on the boat and the trailer, and they found a bunch of rust under here, which I had no idea. You don't crawl underneath your boat trailer very often. And so I've got Miss Claire here taking care of that. It's about 103 degrees and she's out there just welding and grinding. Thank you, Miss Claire. And then after that, we're going to weld a breakaway chain, which I don't have on here. They were supposed to have that on the trailer. I knew it wasn't there, but shame on me, so I went and ordered some. Miss Claire's going to weld that on here for me. So looking forward to getting this all fixed up. Anyway, this is like the last thing I've got to repair. Actually, I've got one more fabric thing I'll show you. Pretty cool though, almost rolling. That is some hot work. My goodness. It's very warm out here in Arizona. As you can see my little wonderful hat here. She's plugging away at it. That's awesome. So I've done all the upgrades that I wanted to do, and I finally got them all done. Obviously I'm selling the boat, so I want this thing perfect. I want to show you all the updates that I've done that I finally cleaned up. So let's take a look first at the bow. What time is it, boys and girls? It's push that thumbs up like button if you would. And if you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe. My little buddies right there did. First off, if you remember this, there used to be a generator box right here. There used to be a hole and a crack right here. So what I did is we got this repaired underneath this carpet, got it all fiberglassed up, and I removed this box. The funny part is when I removed this box, there was a big hole here because they put the box in here and then they carpeted around the box. So when I took the box up, it's a big ugly hole here. So we got this all nice and fabriced up. Looks really nice. Got a new piece of wood and carpet. And then I found a company that put down this carpet. Look how clean this is. They did a really good job. All the way up to the front. This carpet is now what they put into the pontoon boats, modern pontoon boats, and it's indoor outdoor carpet. Just really nice, but look how clean this is now. So now the front is nice and clean, and whoever gets the boat can put whatever they want up here. Boxes, chairs, nothing, whatever they want. Now let's check the console itself. That was a mess. On the console, I mounted a display right up against the window here. That way you can still use your cup holders, which is good. Remounted this. This and the cigarette lighter and the horn was set up so only it worked if you turned on the switch, and that's kind of silly. The horn should work at any time. What I did is I replaced a cigarette lighter that came with the thing back in the 90s, and I replaced it with a USB plug that also shows the battery state of charge, the 12-volt battery state of charge. So it has all kinds of nice plug-ins here. I filled in all the holes here with these little caps where all the steam gauges go, and I put in a GPS speedometer. You know, every time I went out up to this point, I never knew how fast or how far I went. You'd think that would be the first thing that a boat should have, and I made it the last thing to put on the boat. Kind of silly, but anyway, I got a really cool one. Check this out. That's my headlights. I got the headlights all working now. Turn this on and my GPS will pop right up here. Sorry about the reflection, but now I've got a mile per hour and course over the ground. It also has the voltage of the battery, it has the trip and the mileage on it. Even has a compass on it to show you what direction you're going. Really cool. It's a GPS 12 volt thing. I'm really happy about that. As you can see, I have 0 miles. That's how far I've had since I've had this, so haven't been able to use it yet. But now all the lights and buttons work. Navigation lights all work now. Radio now works, but I like my little portable radios here. I think handhelds are the way to go, but I got the Big Daddy here with the big antenna up on top. And got the console all mounted here. It's funny, Since almost day one since I've owned the boat, when I came in here to remove all these steam gauges, this console was usually out here in the middle of the floor. Every time I grabbed it, it would just slide around the floor. So now it's all mounted, fits in there perfectly, lots of room. And lastly, let me show you the carpet in the back. And they also put carpet in the back. Oh boy, it is bright. Welcome to Arizona. Anyway, we got all the carpet in the back too. It looks really, really nice. They did a really good job on it. So it's indoor carpet on the outside also. So yes, I think this boat is ready to sell now, ready to show. I did show a boat and the person wanted it, but it wasn't ready to actually be sold because I had to repair all that stuff. So now it's all ready to go, all cleaned up, and I'm ready to send this baby out the door. You know, and I'm gonna miss this boat. I really haven't had a chance to use it and to understand how it works perfectly. There's so many different ways this boat can be calibrated, but it's okay though. I'm really pleased with the project. I'm really happy with the way it turns out, and to know that the system works. And I'm looking forward to getting another boat to do the same thing, just in a bigger scale, where family and friends can come and join, and I can go do the big loop. Video, I just wanted to show you the upgrades on here, how I got this thing all ready to go now to go down the road. I love you guys, and I will talk to you on the next video.